Hey folks, hope everybody had a great day, or wherever you are. I'm gonna have a nice dinner after this. Dig deep in your well. So what the heck does that mean? I'm a centering prayer practitioner, in case you don't know, but I'd always been attracted to silence. I just didn't know what to do in the silence. Back in 2013, 2012, I had read a lot of books. Carl McColman, in many of his books, talked a lot about silence, and I found it fascinating and I found it transforming. So I would sit in silence, and it was brutal. But he didn't really name, at least when I read through his books, he didn't really name how to practice the silence. Then in late 2013, I came across a book by Amos Smith called Healing the Divide, Recovering Christianity's Mystic Roots. And in this book, it talked about centering prayer. And I thought, aha, this is what I can do in the silence. So I began practicing centering prayer, dabbling in centering prayer in late 2013. And then I don't know what was so spectacular about it, but I guess I was ready. In June of 2014, I decided to jump in the centering prayer pool and dig deep into that well. And I began practicing centering prayer from that point forward, twice a day for 20 minutes, and really haven't looked back. So that's really what I mean by dig deep in your well. And I'm not suggesting it has to be centering prayer, but if there is some type of contemplative practice, some type of silent prayer, wordless prayer practice that you want to try, I'm encouraging you to dig deep in your well. That well could be centering prayer. That well could be Christian meditation. That well could be Lectio Divina. That well could be chanting. That well could be walking meditation. That well could be photography. So I'm highly encouraging you to find your well, find your kind of contemplative practice, and then dig deep into this well and see what happens. Don't just give it a week, give it at least a month. Do it at least once a day, better yet twice a day if you can. Dig deep in your well and see what happens. See where it takes you. For me, as I mentioned, I've been practicing centering prayer deeply into this well for almost 6 years at this point. Man, has it changed me. I feel much closer to God. I have confidence that I didn't have before. I have an excitement for life that I didn't have before. I have kind of an inner peace and calmness that I didn't have before. I think before I react. Oftentimes, silence is the best action to take. So, that's what I mean by dig deep in your well. That's what I've done with centering prayer. So find a practice that will work for you. Dig deep into this well. Do it at least a month, if not more. See where it takes you. See how it transforms you. That's all. I was just thinking about that as kind of a nice metaphor of digging deep in your well. Find that contemplative practice that will work for you. Dig deep into it and see what happens. Hi, Adrian. See that you popped on. That's it, everybody. I'm going to jump upstairs. We're going to have breakfast for dinner. We're going to have bacon, eggs, and toast. It's an easy dinner to cook, except my son, 11-year-old son, is complaining that he wants noodles. So I'm probably going to bend and give him noodles, and everybody else is going to have scrambled eggs and bacon. Thanks, everybody.